Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aizatul Hikmah. I wanted to explain about GDP DEFLATOR, CPI, and unemployment. Okay, what is GDP DEFLATOR? So, GDP DEFLATOR is the ratio of nominal GDP to real GDP. The change measure the aggregate price movement in the economy. It is an indicator of inflation. The formula is GDP deflator is nominal GDP divided by real GDP, and after that we can multiply 100. The explanation of the formula is nominal GDP constant the effect of inflation and quantity, whereas real GDP is only quantity. Thus, as long as there is an upward pressure in price, nominal GDP will be higher than real GDP. The two numbers will be the same in the base year. Next, if we divide nominal GDP by real GDP, we basically get the aggregate price level. So, in this case, the change in the GDP deflator number from period to period reflect the rate of inflation. And the next material is consumer price index. The consumer price index is a measure tool for assessing the average change in the price of goods and services that are considered very important. CPI is calculated by monitoring price change for each item. And how to calculate CPI? How to calculate the consumer price index to measure inflation can be done by calculating the difference between the old CPI and the last CPI. Then divided by the last CPI and multiplied by 100%. For example, it is known that the 2010 full CPI is 400 per liter, and the 2020 BBM CPI is 15 per liter. For this example, the amount of inflation can be calculated. Namely, you can look at the per point. And finally, we get 40.74%. So, for approximately 10 years, inflation in favor of Indonesia, when viewed from the BBM CPI, amounted to 40.74%. Furthermore, it can be calculated the average inflation per years by mean of inflation with the comparison period years. Namely, the average inflation per years 40.74% divided by 10, and finally we get 474%. So, it can be seen the average full inflation in the Indonesia for 10 years is 4,074%. Okay, the next material is what is unemployment. This is the last material. Unemployment occurs when a person who is actively searching for employment is unable to find work. And unemployment is often used as a measure of the health of the economy. And how to calculate the unemployment? In 2018, there were 124 million people who were working and 7 million people who didn't work. Therefore, the value of the labor force is 124 plus 7 is 131 million. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate is 7 divided by 131 and multiply 100. Yes, we got 5.3%. Since the adult population is 194 million, the labor force participation rate is 100, 131 divided by 194, and after that we will multiply by 100, and we got 67.5%. Thus, in the 2019, two-thirds of the total adult population in Indonesia participates in the labor market, and 5.3% of those who participate were unemployed. Okay, thanks for thanks. Do you have any question? You can take a question in the box question. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.